Double Masters, double gum, double the pleasure, double mint masters, double the price. Let's talk about it. We've got a new Masters set. Wizards of the Coast said, Masters sets are gone until the foreseeable future, but who could have foreseen this future? 2 rares, 2 foils, 2 powerful. The video starts right now.
Special thanks to our Patreon supporters who power our channel. Check out our Patreon for monthly giveaways, exclusive content, and even a starring role in our fan fight series. Link in the description below.
My neighbors are fighting. Oh, imagine living with your mom during quarantine. Hello and welcome to the day. Thank you for spending your time with us. I'm Jake. Welcome back to another episode of Jake and Joel Are Magic. Let's talk about Double Mint Masters. We're getting doubling season. We've got some stuff to talk about. I'm not on the screen today because my eye is still killing me. I am recovering from pink eye, which is just absolutely brutal. I've never had it, and I got it during coronavirus. Most of my friends think it's because I put my face in other people's butts. We're going to talk about this new Masters set that has double the rares and double the foils. But before we can, I need you to go down. If you like these videos that discuss in-the-moment news, updates, speculation, go down, click like, click subscribe. It really helps us out. It lets us know that you like these videos. So let's get into this. I have a video to talk about because my eye hurts. My eye looks like Palpatine's eye. That's my meme until my eye heals. But we do have some stuff to talk about today. I've missed you. Did you miss me? Leave it in the comments. So one thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about what we know so far. There's going to be a product announcement at 2:30 p.m. today, depending on when you see this. But I want to speculate because obviously all of my Magic the Gathering conversations in my texts are going crazy right now. People are speculating on what we're going to see. So let's just read some stuff. 2 rares, 2 foils, 2 powerful, 2 much fun. Announcing Double Masters, a set filled to the brim with powerful and popular reprints, so full, in fact, we had to put 2 rare or mythic rare cards per pack. What? This admittedly is a strange time to be announcing a new product, but even as we all deal with the realities of how COVID-19 is shaping the world, it's good to have something to look forward to. And we think Double Masters is going to be something to look forward to. That was implied. We're just going to give you a little bit of information here, but make sure you tune in today, May 21st, at 2:30 p.m. on twitch.tv/magic for a closer look at what Double Masters is, means, and has in store. And if you keep reading, you'll see how you can help pick what preview cards we unveil later today. So what is Double Masters? Let's get into it. All right, so this is what everybody cares about. So not an enormous set like Mystery Boosters. The release date here is going to be August 7th. 2020, but we do have a set that's a little bit bigger than a normal master set. We have 332 cards, 24 packs per box. That is congruent with master sets. 15 card booster packs with 2 rares and 2 foil cards per pack. And yes, those foils can be up to 2 additional rares. 2 non-foil borderless showcase box topper cards included in each booster box. Available in English, French, German, simplified Chinese, and Japanese. Double Masters will be on MTGO August 6th for $6.99 per booster. So, if it's going to be $7 on MTGO, I'm guessing like an $11.99 MSRP. One person in our group actually thinks it could be as high as $14.99 MSRP. I personally am hoping for $9.99 MSRP, but you know, maybe that's how this beast works. We've dealt with such high MSRP that now we're like, please just let it be $10 a pack. We've doubled everything about Double Masters. Double the rares, double the box, double mint fun, double mint gum, double the first picks in draft. We'll talk more about the draft experience on Weekly MTG this afternoon at 2:30 p.m. on Twitch. And keeping in the spirit of doubling your experience, we'll be replacing collector boosters with something we're calling VIP Edition. Jesus, what? For this product only, thank God. We'll have more details on what this is as we get a little closer to release, but it will be filled to the brim with awesome stuff. In addition to double the rares and foils in every pack, every box of Double Masters comes with 2 non-foil showcase box toppers, which are pulled from a pool of 40 fan favorite cards in beautiful full art treatments. This is just, oh man. Especially when you start reprinting staples, this is where the money will end up being, when it's like powerful, important cards, and we're about to look at one of them. Now, to quell the rumor, no fetch lands. That's it. No fetch lands, so stop asking about it. It's not in this product. You will, however, be able to snag sweet cards appropriately. Doubling season in Double Masters, we leaned into the doubling theme a bit. So leaned into the doubling theme. A couple of people thought Parallel Lives, maybe Anointed Procession, but if we're getting doubling season, we probably won't see another token doubler, but hell, maybe I'm wrong. And because we like you so much, we'll even show it to you alongside the ultra snazzy box topper version. So here it is, doubling season alongside what are the cutest couple little dinos ever, art by Ron Spencer. What do you think of this art? Leave it in the comments. I particularly am a fan. Look at the little one in the egg here. Oh, it's so cute. Life will find a way. And if that's not enough of a teaser for you, head on over to Wizards Magic to vote on which of your mystery cards you'd like Blake and Steve to preview this afternoon on Weekly MTG. August 7th may seem like forever away, but blah, blah, blah. It's going to be here soon. Let's see what they're talking about here as far as voting. Here it is. Later today on Weekly MTG, Steve and Blake are going to preview another card, and you get to help choose it. Pick the kind of card you want to see at 2:30 p.m. Let's do a sorcery. Oh, 0 mana card. With your latest policy, I won't find it weird at all if you preview Mox Opal. It will only make sense. Oh, God. So I think that it would be really cool to see a sorcery. We might see something like Imperial Seal or Grim Tutor. But let's head on over to MTG Finance because I know that people are probably going crazy over there, so let's talk about that. Here it is, announcing Double Masters. So we've already told you all about it. I'm not going to go through the article again, but let's see what people have to say. Double the pain on your bank account. That's a hot take. I like that. Double the MSRP. You can't double a non-existent number. Checkmate, MTG Finance. Double the fetch lands. 0 times 2 is still 0. But we still get double. Blightsteel Colossus is getting a reprint as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Oh yeah, that's hot like fire. Now some people aren't going to like this art. If you are one of those people, leave it in the comments. Or if you do like it, leave that in the comments as well. Positivity is all right around here as well. Let's see what other people say. Well, I imagine this might quell some of the reserve list spikes we've been seeing. Twice the pride, double the fall. I've been looking forward to this. This is where the fun begins. From my point of view, WotC is evil. Wasn't Ultimate Masters supposed to be the last Masters set? Did I blow right past something on here that acknowledged that, or did they blow right past it? Last Masters set for this foreseeable future. Oh, we talked about this. In other words, they just didn't want to print Masters sets regularly every year, but still wanted the option. This has the same vibe as bands who make a huge deal about going on hiatus and then return in a year. Grab your booster box now before we lock it in the WotC vault forever until we feel like it. To be fair, that's a definition of a hiatus, but usually hiatuses, when they're used in a dramatic sense, take place over at least a couple years. 1 year is just a normal break. Is the MTG price usually similar to the IRL one? Nope, more like 14. You know, double. You're asking the real question, sir. No, every master set has been $6.99 on MTGO, if I recall correctly. So, all right, we see some Imperial Seal ideas. To be honest, the increase of foils per pack is becoming lame. I'm not nearly as excited to open foil as I was a year ago. Extra special cards are what they are in a large part because of scarcity. If you flood us with foils, they lose their luster. Same goes for any premium treatment. While I'm here, special angry shout out to whoever decided not to include extended arts in regular booster drafts. They could have been there or at something like a masterpiece level occurrence just so you could get them. Whatever, another rant for another day. If we get 2 foils per pack, they'll curl opposite ways. Will they be flat? Straight from the pack. God. Oh man, all these nerds. More reprints, more foils, more alt art. Spend, spend, spend. Hurry up, pigs. Okay, and now we're getting into just kind of the degeneracy. I'll go ahead and link this article. If you want to come in here and keep up with what the MTG Finance community has to say about this product, you can find that in the description of the video. Let's talk about some of the cards that we think could be reprinted. This is my group that I'm in a text message chain with. Let's go ahead and talk about those cards. I know that you're probably, if you're not keeping up with it, I'm going to try to do a video on it soon. But there's a lot of stuff going on with reserve list buyouts and CEDH buyouts. A lot of people are using their unemployment and their stimulus checks to pick up important CEDH rares. Think of cards that are best in slot, like Worldly Tutor has gone through a huge spike. What card does what Worldly Tutor does better than Worldly Tutor? And your answer is nothing. That's what I mean by best in slot. There's no real alternative to Worldly Tutor. It's just absolutely perfect as it is. The same thing has happened with Wheel of Fortune, Gilded Drake, Gaia's Cradle, just to name a few. Other cards are spiking People are bored. Now people have a new set to salivate over. Let's talk about what cards we think could be reprints in this new Double Masters. So these are non-reserve list cards that have needed a reprint for a long time. A lot of these have single printings. This comes from my buddy Robert, but I agree with a lot of these. First card that we could see a reprint here is Grim Tutor, first printed in Starter 1999. This card has become increasingly desired in EDH. I don't really know much about its legacy or its vintage play, but I do know that in EDH people really do like it. 1 mana cheaper than Diabolic Tutor. It's just cheaper, better, faster. Needs a reprint. Not reserve list. Card is like $200. Oracle of Mul Daya. This is a card that people have been screaming about a reprint for God, maybe since Zendikar even came out. No, but really it has been about 5 years. People have been saying, we need another Oracle of Mul Daya reprint. I think now could be a good time. It does kind of fit with the doubling theme as well. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Instead of 1, you're playing 2. Here's a fun card that has encroached $40. I can't even believe it. Exquisite Blood. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. Another tutor, it's Imperial Seal. This is a card that has just gone up in price, and I have to be honest, it's legal in Commander, restricted in Vintage, banned in Legacy. This is the kind of card that, oh man, I feel bad for anybody who has bought in at a high price. Is it an excellent tutor? Absolutely. Is it extremely high price because of scarcity? 100 million%. I want us to think about cards like Imperial Recruiter when we look at cards like this. Imperial Recruiter had a very high price tag, but it was because it had only been printed in 2 different printings. You could see Portal 3K, it was a Judge card as well. When Masters 25 came out, the price plummeted. Portal 3K and the Judge promo were both above $200. When Masters 25 came out, you see Legacy, Vintage, Commander. It just doesn't have a wide range of people that need it, and for that reason, it drops in price dramatically. Now, do I think that Imperial Recruiter is going to see more play than Imperial Seal? I absolutely don't. I mean, in CEDH, Imperial Seal is, it's worse than Vampiric Tutor. It's still an excellent card, very mana efficient. That's what CEDH really wants. Cheap, effective spells. Cruel Tutor, another card, 1 printing. Cheap Tutor, puts the card on top, so not as good as Grim Tutor, but still another tutor, nice, mana efficient, cheaper than Diabolic. Here we go from Arabian Nights, Oubliette. This is a card that people have wanted to reprint. I just see probably once a week, once every 2 weeks, an Oubliette thread on MTG Finance. When it enters the battlefield, exile target creature and all auras attached to it. Note the number and kind of counters that were on that creature. When Oubliette leaves the battlefield, return that exiled card to the battlefield under its owner's control tapped with the noted number and kind of counters on it. If you do, return the other exiled cards to the battlefield under their owner's control attached to the permanent. Very powerful enchantment. I'm going to use Black Cleave Cliffs to represent the fast lands that we saw in Scars of Mirrodin. These have long needed a reprint. They're very popular in Modern, very popular in Legacy and other formats. 1 printing ever, maybe now it's time. We do see Black Cleave Cliffs enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. 2! Double Masters. Here's a card that does more than double. This is the most important card that came out of Torment, far and away. So much EDH impact. This card is just absolutely a house. We're talking about Cabal Coffers. Go to the OG Torment printing here. There it is. God, I love that old frame. It's just such a cool card. At uncommon, no less. See, the thing is when you're designing this set originally, you have no idea about the eternal play. So it's like, yeah, it seems like a fair effect, but when you put it in a mono black EDH deck, or any deck that has Urborg, this card is just absolutely shenanigans. Must answer, huge wasteland target, and yes, it could use a reprint. Another card from Shadowmoor, 1 printing ever, Prismatic Omen. This is another card that people have been saying needs a reprint. A big shout out to my buddy Robert, who put this list together. This pretty much was a really good list for at a glance of cards that just need a reprint in general. And so there's no real reason for me to go do any other different work here other than rip him off and give him a shout out. And then this is a card that wasn't really on my radar, but it is from Portal. It's a Judge gift card in 2020. Other than that, MTGO, search your library for a creature card and reveal that card. Shuffle your library, then put the card on top of it. So very cool card from Portal. Holds about a $50 to $60 price tag. I love that art. I love that frame. So really quickly, I want to go back over here and I want to just talk about, remember, in addition to double the rares and foils in every pack, every box of Double Masters comes with two, remember this, two non-foil showcase. This is going to be your showcase. Showcase is like a cool new art style, very dramatic design, but every box is going to have two non-foil showcase box toppers, which are pulled from a pool of 40 fan favorite cards and beautiful full art treatments. So this is just going to be, oh man, double the pain on the wallets. I have to agree with MTG Finance. I want to know, what do you guys think about Double Masters? I am excited about it. Part of me thinks, now is the time to move some of the singles. If you have any of these cards that you're not using, cards that are hot targets for reprints, now might be the time to sell those cards before we start seeing spoilers of them. Cards like Imperial Seal, if that gets a reprint, you can expect that original copy to go down in price. Now, obviously, the OG art is going to hold a premium, but the original price will never be what it originally was. These aren't reserve list cards. You can bet your butt that Wizards of the Coast is going to cash in on cards that are powerful and popular without aggravating the reserve list crowd. All right, well, I'm going to go get some rest. I want you to let me know everything that you think about Double Masters. I want you to put it in the comments. We're going to be checking this. If you did enjoy the video, click like, click subscribe. It lets us know that you like watching this kind of stuff. It lets us know that you want us to make more of it. And until next time, I'll catch you later.